Good afternoon, ladies and gents. I'm still getting a lot of questions regarding bucktail. So, in my last video, I did a bucktail deceiver. They're very simple, they're quick to tie, they catch fish, they shed water, they're lightweight. You can tie them in any different colour you can imagine. But bucktail and pike fly tying is one of the most useful, I could even say well used materials. It is for me anyway. Very universal. Again, a range of different colours. It's just, it holds structure. It makes, I use it a lot of in my pike flies as like a frame to stop synthetics wrapping. It doesn't hold any water. It's great. So it's worthwhile playing with, practicing with. So this one, we're going to do another deceiver this time. Pretty much on the same lines as the last time. I'll try and go into a bit more detail. I forget to talk when I'm taking a video. So back in, a bit of glue and your thread. My thread is just Vivis 140 in white. And this is another Vineyards bucktail. It's like a UV Chartreuse. So again, you're doing bucktail. At the back of the fly, you don't want it to flare. You want it to create your taper from the back to the front. So the front flared, the back not. So on a bucktail, the hair's very hollow down here. So when you compress it with your thread, it flares. Up here it's not. Doesn't flare as much. Ideal for the tail. So for a tail, pick a bit which has got a decent length, but not too many fibres. Get rid of all your waste. That's what we've got. There's not too many there. I trim this end, trim it dead straight. I'm going to catch this in on top. You catch it in by 3 or 4 mil. You don't need a lot. And see, it doesn't flare very much. So that light is still bothering us, isn't it? Just keep on turning it away and away and away and away until I get. Oh, that's nearly it. Away and away, away, away. We've got colour there yet? Move along a bit. Try and get out of that way of that light. Is that better? No. There. Right. So, for slapping this time, that's what I'm using. Comes in all different colours. It's cheap. It's nice. So again, right, now tying these in, you've got the flexible stuff, right? And you've got the stiff part. So find the stiff, strip it off because you've got about 10 mil of the stiff stock, trim it so you've just got a little bit, and catch that in. One wrap, compress it with your nail, and then pull it tight, and that'll sit flat. Okay? Next one, line up for length, about the same length, strip it, trim it, and hold it. When I'm putting stuff on, I always hold it flat on the side with my finger. That actually compressed alright with the thread. And there you've got your tail in. Got something else random in there. So now I'm going to use a bit of flash. I'm going to use quite dark flash blue from Hedron. So this is wide olive. So it's the extra long stuff. So take one strand, cut it in half, and then do 75, 25 down the shank, down the back. That's your flash in. Just fold it over. So take just longer your tail, catch it on the side, a couple of wraps, fold it over, wrap backwards, tied in. Done. Flash. Wet finish. Okay. Right, bring your thread forward about 10mm. Bit of varnish. Sorry, in this case, Rimmel 60 seconds. Make sure it's dry. Bucktail. So again, I'm going to take the hair from about a third of the way down from the tip. Don't want this to compress too much, but I want it to compress a wee bit. Rid all your waste. You want it just to be a wee bit shorter than the last one. And just round the hook. 1, 2, okay. Spread it. Pull it tight. Make sure you're not tangled. Wrap it down. And bring your thread forward again, 10mm. Just make sure you're not sitting right. There you go. Still not happy with this light. That's too much, isn't it? That better? Don't know. I'll figure it out over the next few videos. Right, bit of varnish. More bucktail. So this time, further down the tail yet. So I can press a wee bit more. Ready your waist. Line your tips up, just roughly. You don't want it to be, and the materials to be straight, but make sure your varnish is dry. And we're going to reverse tie this again. So what I do, trim your fibres straight, flip them over, push it round the hook, 2 loose wraps to make sure you're even, then pull it tight. Oh, don't do that though. Pull too tight. Catch your thread on again. Get rid of some of your waste. Then we'll use the pen trick this time. Move my vice by. So just find your eye or hook, fold it back over itself. I'm not happy with that one. Bring your thread through straight, a couple of wraps to catch on, and then build up against your bucktail. You're creating a wedge or a taper, whatever you want to call it, up against your bucktail to hold it back to the desired angle. Once you've done that, you've got the angle you want. It's just past 45. Bring your thread forward another 10mm. I'm going to varnish this again. Same again, bucktail. Go further down the tail yet. About the same amount. So, even your tips up, out of your waist. Right, it's same again. Check it for size. Reverse tie again. 1, 2. Check it for being round. Don't break your thread this time, very important. Find your eye, push it back. At this stage, if you don't think you're right round the hook, you can always move it. It's not until it's folded back it's locked in. So, build up against your bucktail again, so you've got your right length, your right angle, sorry. Whatever angle you want. Say that was about right. Now, I'm still not happy with the lighting of this at all. So, this stage, I'm going to put in some green. Well, it's not even green. That's completely the wrong word. It's a golden olive. What do you call this stuff? Can't even remember what it's called. Heads went blank. Grizzle. That's the one. Grizzle. I take 2 feathers that are quite short. 2 feathers that are quite short, about the same size. Okay. And on here, I'm going to whack them right on the side. Right on the side of the hook. Just make sure they're sitting kind of straight. That's not. If you're not happy with it, before you lock it down, just take it off. What difference is it? It's your fly. If you're not happy with it, you won't fish it. If you've got half a dozen flies in your box, and one is not 100% perfect like the other ones, that'll be the last one you use. So if you're not happy with it, don't tie it in. What I've done there, I've caught these 2 on the side where I want them, right down the lateral line. Tied them off. I folded the ends back, tied over them to lock them off. Now I put in some barred ostrich. This is Deer Creek. You can get some Deer Creek. So it's got very long this, so I'm not going to use the full length, but I'm going to bring it back to at least 3/4 of the way back on my tail. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 bits there. I put it on top of the hook. I've folded it round either side. I've tied it in. Two loose wraps again. Make sure you're happy. So tie forward a few, fold them back, tie over them, locks them in. Scissors if you haven't lost them. Tied off. So I'm going to go for a bit more flash here. I'm going to go for Mirage again if I can find it. There it goes. Go for a couple of strands. So it's a couple of full lengths. I'm going to fold this over. Cut it in half. And then I'm going to uneven all the tips. I'm going to tie this in 50-50. So 50% on the top. Just a couple of loose wraps. Spread it with your nail. And then fold these ones back over. Alright. Bring your thread to the front of your hook. Right. In this case, I'm going to go for more Chartreuse bucktail. So find what you want. Not using a lot again. Take your right amount, which is not a lot. Yeah. Find the length you want. Reverse tie. Oh, I'm not happy with a bit of that. A loose bit. So 1, 2 loose ones right on top of the hook. Spread it round either side. Check it. It's done it moving. Then pull it when you're happy it's an even spread, pull it tight. Now find your hook again. Just make sure you've caught everything and pulled everything back. Okay. Bring your thread through and push. Just you're not tying over it, but you're putting it in between the eye and your material, and you need a couple of wraps, and it will stay back to where you want it. Now wet finish. So that there, this is bucktail deceiver. It's a bit more complicated than the last one, but it's not. It's just got a few extra materials in it. Just gives it a bit more bulk. In the water, that'll slim right down. Hold its shape. Finish this. Some more Deer Creek resin. The resin thing is a conversation that I'm not going to get into this now. There's still a big debate if it's a plus or a minus in Flytying. I think it's a huge plus, especially when you're doing things like this, or even things like buzzers. If you get a resin that especially cures instantly, like this stuff does, and it cures dry, it's a huge hit. It speeds your tying process up. A lot of people say that that it's not as good as varnish, but in my opinion, it's not here to replace varnish, so it's a completely different product. But we'll get into that in another video. So let's give this a few seconds to cure. And that there it is, Vice. Bucktail deceiver with a bit extra. Goes the same with the other one. Give them a try. They move water. Look at the width on them. They're quick, simple to tie. They're quick drying. They're worth a fish. Thanks for watching.